I know I might have answered this question before in the past, but I'm here to answer it again. What drew me into the space and what drew me into the world of trying to help heal men? It's because I saw a part of myself in the male community. I found a part of myself in the red and the black pill ideology. I found myself in this space, and I know I'm a woman, and I know I can't relate on all levels, nor am I claiming that I can. I'm sure we have very different life experiences, but what drew me into this space was witnessing a part of myself that I wanted to heal within myself so desperately, and seeing it externalized within other people online in these types of communities, especially the black pill community, a community that I've spent so much time harping about because that is the community that I relate to most. In a sense, I definitely have been at war and at odds with myself because of what I look like, because somewhere along the lines in high school and whatnot, I strongly related my looks to my ability to be loved by just about anyone. Forget romantic love. I felt like I needed to be somebody I wasn't in order to get any sense of validation, any sense of attention, any sense of being seen as a valid human within this society. That's all I wanted. And it really began to affect me during my teenage years. I began to develop a very unhealthy relationship with myself and with what I looked like. And I thought I was the only one, death card coming through in the reverse. I thought I was the only one going through that type of a change, that type of denial of the human flesh, that type of isolation. I thought I was the only one. And so when I got on into this space, and I especially heard the black pill community, I quite literally thought my whole life that men were visual creatures and that I had to uphold a certain kind of look in order to be with one, that it was just that simple, and that the more time and the more effort I place into my outer appearance and into not actually loving myself, the more likely of a chance I will have at love. But I still don't really have that romantic love. It's not simple. It's not something that you can just easily find, especially in this society where when you go out and you socially interact in a crowded room, people barely talk to each other. People are very phone addicted. We don't meet each other easily anymore. When I saw this unhealed space of men that are isolated, men that are struggling with women, I saw myself. I saw myself in that space, and I wanted to help. Two of Cups coming through in the upright. I wanted to offer my help, and I've received backlash in the comments. Maybe I didn't say something the right way, but I can tell you my intention was always to help, because maybe if I can help save a part of men, maybe I can help save that inner conflict within myself. Maybe I can help rescue that part of myself if I can help rescue you guys. But truth be told, we live in a superficial reality. We live in a disconnected way of life. If you live in the Western culture, there is this stance to look cool, to look perfect, to have it all going on, to be able to walk the walk and talk the talk. There is that stance, and if you can't do those things, well, you're just weird, and you might as well, 9 of Wands coming through, you might as well put that barrier up and isolate yourself from the rest of the world and just kind of look at it from the outside as opposed to actually participating in it, because it's safer that way. But one thing I can tell you guys is when it comes to the internet, in the manosphere space, in the male dating space, a lot of the advice that's offered out there from other people is not what men need. You don't need to be told how to pump at the gym and how to approach 1,000 women in a day and how to talk to them and how to act, and it's not just that simple. You don't need to be told that your testosterone levels aren't good enough and she can't smell that tea off of your aura. This isn't the type of stuff that men need when it truly pertains to why in society we're seeing this division and why in society we are seeing these issues between men and women, romantically speaking. The type of advice that men need aren't a face rating. However, I can understand why so many people think as though this is the solution to their problems. I can't sit here and I can't blame you because I myself have probably been in the same exact boat as you. I'm getting better every day, but my relationship with myself has been the most toxic one I've ever had. And if you can relate, then you and I are probably within the same boat as well. You don't deserve to be alone just because you're different. You don't deserve to be alone just because you can't fit in. Chariot card coming through in the reverse. You don't deserve to be alone because you have different priorities than other people. This isn't the way that things should be, and this isn't the way that things have to be. Lover's card coming through in the upright. But what men need to hear is not more statistics about divorce and why you might, Six of Swords coming through and the Three of Wands in reverse, and why you might want to avoid that and never move in that type of direction. King of Cups coming through in the reverse. All this does is close men off to their emotions more and more when we kind of have these standards of being rational and being logical when it comes to dating, as though it's that simple. Men need to be loved. Women need to be loved. We need to be loved. We need each other. We need each other to touch each other, and we need each other to love each other. And to stop controlling and condemning the narrative. And I am sorry, Moon card coming through in the reverse, if somehow I've added to that sort of lack of understanding. I truly feel as though people need love more so now than ever before. But what is love and how do you get it? It's not easy. But when we spend time teaching men about hypergamy, we're not healing men. On my YouTube channel, I want to give you guys the gift of healing your inner world. Hermit card coming through. I know society places this expectation and this emphasis on relationships that you can't be happy and you haven't fully made it unless you're in a romantic relationship, that your journey, your soul's impact on the world just ends and stops in your failure to procreate or in your failure to recreationally mate, if you will. But it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. Men take on the burden of having to avoid their emotions and not being able to be vulnerable within themselves, not feeling, disassociating, cutting off the aspects of themselves that maybe make them look weak or vulnerable. But with the Hanged Man card coming through, I hope to shift your perspective on this YouTube channel. I hope to enlighten your inner world and to set free a lot of the emotional turmoil and weight of regret that you're carrying when you don't deserve to be carrying that anymore. I want to give you guys the gift of seeing the beauty of you, whether or not you've been able to find a woman to choose you yet. Knight of Pentacles card coming through in the upright. I want to give you guys the gift of inner healing because so many times men never have that opportunity. Page of Pentacles card coming through. Men don't have the opportunity to heal. We don't teach men how to fix their inner world and how to get in touch with those emotions. I want to give you guys more than just a simple guide on how to give a girlfriend. I want to help set you free because in the end, I can relate to you and I see aspects of me within you. And I know that sounds weird and insane and you may never believe me. I truly do feel like that in my heart of hearts. I want to offer men actual healing, not just a band-aid. Thank you so much for tuning in to my weird stream of consciousness here as I work through evolving my mindset and changing my mind. You guys opened me up to a lot of things that I never previously considered. With the High Priestess card coming through, I hope to see you guys in a later video. Trust your intuition and have a good day.